Welcome to 2K Sports, everyone. We have some exciting NBA action coming up. Along with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. Here's the starting group for Portland. Anthony Simons out there with Sharp. Then it's Jeremy Grant. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. And it's Williams in at power forward. And for Montreal, Patrick Beverley out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Hill in at the shooting guard. And so here's Montreal. Now here's Beverley. Down low. Here's Wade. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's Sharp. No good on the three. Pass to Wade. Here's Beverley. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Patrick Beverley on the inside. Okay, we see you.
And it's Simons with the ball for the Trailblazers. 4-point game at 6'9". Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of centers. Yet he is elite defensively, Grant.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game.
Here's Roy. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
It's Sharp on the wing. Beverley defending. Williams' shot is good.
Oh, and that's a nice find by one of the youngest players in the league. Sharp with tremendous upside to his game.
Basket's good. Beverley's got his second basket.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Pass to Grant. Outside Sharp. Takes a three. Rebound Montreal. Here's Wade. Adebayo in the post. He's covered by Ayton.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Grant's shot is off. Here's Wade. He's covered by Simons. And Adebayo slams it in.
The aggressiveness of Adebayo. He plays with so much energy and force close to the bucket.
It's Sharp on the wing. Jacks up a three. It's hauled in by Beverley. Here's Wade. He's covered by Simons. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Now here's Sharp. Again, the miss by Portland.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Roy's shot is good.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Timeout called. Portland.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
And some changes here for Portland. .152 left in the first quarter. Pass to Thibault, looking to win the run. Rebound Montreal. Inside. And finished off by Adebayo.
The offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
Again, the miss by Portland. And so Adebayo will bring it up for Montreal. Here's Wade. Back to Adebayo. And rejected.
Yeah, boy, Henderson has a flair for the dramatic. What a block.
Pass to Walker. And it's going to be out of bounds. Portland will have another go. And some changes here for Portland. Murray's checked in for Walker. And it's Ben in for Thibault. A minute 4 left to play in the first quarter. Got a hand on it. All by himself. And Beverly gets it to go. Hey, Beverly's got 6. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Montreal.
Yeah, I love the energy and aggressiveness I've seen from them on defense. They're really getting after it with all these blocks.
I think the other thing they're doing is they're wearing out the opponent in transition, exploding up the floor for easy chances.
Here's Wade. Portland making their last shot. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
Kamara, he's checked in for Portland. .40 seconds left now in the first quarter. Henderson outside. Pass to Kamara. Henderson left side. Here's Benton. Puts one up from 19. Jump shot is good. Benton's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, great find right there by Henderson. He is such a gifted facilitator.
Beverly outside. Pass to Adebayo. Good. Give him 8.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Montreal on top, up by 16. Stay with us now as we get set to bring... We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play. This one has been one-sided so far. And guys, before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen from Montreal?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Portland trails by 16. They've got Bam Adebayo, and it's Beverly in at the power forward. And it's going to be out of bounds. Portland will have another go. Hayden finds Henderson. Takes a 13-footer. And that one's long. Montreal leading by 16. On the court right now for Portland. Scoot at the 1 with Simons at the 2. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. Then it's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Kamara in at the 4. Henderson. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Attacking the hoop. That is Scoot Henderson's bread and butter. Unstoppable when he's going downhill.
Here's Beverly. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Hey, Beverly's got 8.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
No good off the back of the rim. Here's Wade, covered by Thibault. Here's Roy. Nails the baby hook. 6 points for him.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Timeout called, Portland.
And with the offense reeling, coach has to get these guys on the same page.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
Changes here for Portland. Williams is checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Walker comes in for Kamara, and it's Sharp in for Simons. Portland trails by 18. Sharp has the open look. Again, the miss by Portland.
Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
The shot's good.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
And that one's good. Sharp.
And everybody wants to see what kind of range Sharp has. Looks like the NBA three-point line won't be a problem for him.
It's Hill with the drive, and down it goes. 2 points. Hill's got his first bucket in this one.
In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
Here's Henderson. And it's rejected. Here's Wade. Out of bounds. It'll be Portland's ball.
Trailblazers ball.
Avdia, he's checked in for Portland. Jeremy Grant comes in for Thibault.
Jeremy Grant.
Portland trails by 19. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Poke loose. Avdia outside. And here's Grant from the arc. Rebound Montreal. Wade's got rebound number 7 tonight.
You know, depending on where Jeremy Grant's been, he's filled a lot of different roles. He's been asked to be the out.
Oh my goodness!
That is incredible!
Powered it home!
Not fair at all. Did you see it? And look how explosive Bam can be. Defenses can't do anything to stop him on the alley-oop.
Sharp, no good. Montreal leading by 21. On the wing, Wade. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
As of this moment, they look absolutely unstoppable.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
He's got a clear path for the finish. Oh, now that's how you finish a break. Throw it down with force.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points.
Will it go? Rebound Montreal. Adebayo's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Roy. Good on the bucket. Roy's got 8.
Their system is running smoothly, and the gap on the scoreboard is widening.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
Timeout called, Portland.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
Some changes here for Portland. DeAndre Ayton comes in for Williams, and it's Ben in for Sharp. Every trip up the floor gets more and more important.
Yes, indeed. They badly want to stop the bleeding here.
Avdia passes to Grant. Henderson outside. Pass to Benton. And here's Ayton. Adebayo with it. Henderson picks him up. Here's Roy. Drains the jumper to finish off the break. He's got 10.
And Adebayo showing another element of his game. Nice vision to set up the bucket.
And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul. First team foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Delano Banton taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Murray's checked in for Avdia. Both good from the line that time. 40 seconds left in the first half. Beverly outside. Pass to Roy. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Grant outside. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Henderson. Fires the 3. No luck on that one. And so it's Montreal in total control. Up by 29 going into the break. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. Back to the game after this break. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Bam Adebayo is out there with Patrick Beverly. And it's Roy in at the 3. Adebayo with the rejection.
Oh, gotta be cautious when Adebayo is in the area. Showing once again that he's a legitimate shot blocking threat.
And for the Trailblazers, Scoot and Sharp are the backcourt set. Williams is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Grant in at the 3 spot. Beverly against Sharp. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And he's going for the lob. And Adebayo slams it in.
And just an effective offensive talent. Adebayo plays so hard, and that's really what drives his game.
Henderson, the pass to Sharp for 3. It's rebounded by Wade. Wade's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Here's Adebayo. Oh, wow!
Yeah, his eyes opened wide. Adebayo knew he had a chance to do something special.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Again, the miss by Portland.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Trailblazers foul. Robert Williams. First personal foul. First team foul.
Montreal shooting their initial free throws of the game here.
Beverly. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Beverly.
Boy, Patrick Beverly, what a pleasure this guy is to watch. The level of competitiveness, the commitment to the defensive end. Man, he can raise the team.
He does not get the second one. Grant against Hill. Up top, Grant. Yet to see a basket. Adebayo with a steal. To the middle. Here's Beverly. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third-period run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
On the wing, Wade. Yes, and it's Adebayo picking up the assist. Wade's got 10 points.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Walker. Adebayo grabs the board.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
To the inside, Simons. They still need this. That shot is off. Oh, great D that time from Adebayo. Bucket. He's now 9 for 11 after that one.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
They were totally in sync on that play. Targeted the pass beautifully.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
And he lobs it up to the rim.
Oh, man, take a look at that one. Just a textbook alley-oop.
Beautifully done. He served it up on a platter. Now Henderson. Fires from deep. Adebayo grabs the board. And so Adebayo will bring it up for Montreal. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. And finished off by Adebayo.
Hanging on the rim, just showing off.
That's how you extend the glory right there. Henderson scanning the floor. There's Simons with a 3. Rebound Montreal. Wade's got rebound number 11.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
And some changes here for Portland. Denny Avdius checked in for Grant, and it's Thibault in for Simons. Now here's Walker. Defense is right there. Knocked loose. Outside Thibault. The 3 is up. Rebound Montreal. And it's Montreal's ball. Huge run right now for him, going 19-2. Roy's shot is good.
He's been playing great unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
Just a strong finish there, guys.
Hey, needed just one hand to do it. Out of bounds. It'll be Portland's ball.
Trailblazers ball.
Williams is checked in for Portland. Banton comes in for Walker.
Delano Banton.
There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Now here's Thibault. The D's right on him. 19 seconds left in the third quarter. Inside. Here's Banton. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Here's Wade. Good. And the assist goes to Adebayo. Wade's got 12 points.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair.
17.
Montreal on top, just dominating this one. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Here's Wade. We've got Patrick Beverley. He's out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Roy in at the three, the small forward. Beverley with it. 6 to shoot. Launches it from deep. And Ayton pulls it down.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Henderson, the pass to Banton. Yes, it's good.
Yeah, you see the vision from Henderson. Just a terrific facilitator.
And he's going for the oop here. And finished off by Adebayo.
Just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect. Here's Banton. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Hill for three. Gets the three ball to go.
Have to show more effort defensively. Everyone knows he can do that from deep.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game. You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Murray against Hill. And Montreal hits again from deep.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Banton drives in. That one no good. Good work defensively by Hill. And so here's Montreal. Here's the three. It's hauled in by Henderson. And so Henderson will bring it up for Portland. From the arc. And the three-pointer goes.
He's so quick to react. Henderson has the shot lined up before the ball even gets to him.
Outside, Hill. The three. Sinks the tray. Hill's got 9 points now in the second half.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Banton can't get it to go. Outside, Hill. And Montreal hits again from deep.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Boy, this offense. Has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes it difficult to defend. They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Here's Murray. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It goes on Bam Adebayo.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Montreal.
Well, not content to take what the defense gives them. I mean, they're attacking the gaps and getting the ball inside.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they move the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
Hill for three. Avdia pulls it in.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And it's Thibault missing.
His defensive talent, such a gift for his squad.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Hill with it. Henderson picks him up. Lets it go from deep. And Montreal hits again from deep.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Henderson, the pass to Thibault. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Henderson against Hill. Launches it. Hits a three-pointer.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient. You know, two things happen there. Excellent coverage on the shot, and then finish the possession securing the boards.
And Montreal hits again from deep.
Well, he's been shooting it so well because he's been so active, moving and working to get high percentage shots.
And it's going to be out of bounds. Portland will have another go. 8 seconds left to play in the fourth. And here's Henderson. And so it's Montreal with the W, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching tonight's game. We'll see you later. And welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Brian Anderson, Stan Van Gundy, and Grant Hill here with me. And in a few moments, we'll hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce. So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. Barrett is the 3, and Barnes will play the 4. Emmanuel Quickley is out there with Bruce Brown, and it's Pirtle in at the 5. And for Montreal, we've got Patrick Beverley. He's out there with Bam Adebayo, and it's Roy in at the 3, the small forward. So off the tip, it's the Raptors. Now here's Quickley. Defense right on him. Pass to Pirtle. Kicks it out to Barnes. From deep. Adebayo grabs the board. And it's Montreal's ball. You know, Grant, an underrated area of improvement for Scotty Barnes has been his defense.
You're spot on, B.A. I mean, we've seen an elevated intensity from him on that end. Finding more denials, attacking the ball, really proving himself as an effective stopper.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives a coach crazy to concede second chance points.
To the middle. Here's Barnes. Rebound Montreal. And we're about a minute into the first. Roy's shot is good.
For a center, Adebayo is an excellent passer. He's always so aware of his surroundings.
Pass to Brown. And here's Quickley. Kicks it out to Barnes. He drops it from range.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
Barnes against Beverley. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. And they turn it over. Stepped on the line that time. Here's Wade. Beverley outside. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball. Now here's Quickley. It's Barnes on the wing. And again, Toronto with a triple.
The defense gave him a little space, and he took advantage.
Beverley on the wing. He's guarded by Barnes. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Raptors. Quickly with the ball. To the paint. And Barnes the bucket. On the assist by Quickley. Barnes has got 8.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Roy fires in the triple.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
That one falls. 10 points for him.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Yeah, and when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Now here's Hill. Here he goes. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen. Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball. So Toronto going with almost an entirely new group here. Olenek's checked in for Pirtle. Boucher comes in for Barnes. Abaji's checked in for Barrett. And it's Dick in for Brown. Toronto leading by 3. Dick, the pass to Olenek. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And when you're looking at this year's rookie class, Dick stands out for his polish and versatility at the offensive end.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Toronto?
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
Yeah, on top of that, they've been resourceful defensively, generating scoring opportunities by forcing turnovers.
The first one falls. And that's good as he hits both shots. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Down low. Left side Hill. Back to Wade. To the wing on the left. And Montreal hits again from deep.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. If he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Quickly passes to Dick. On the wing quickly. He's scoreless. Boucher, no good. And so here's Montreal, trailing by 2. Here's Wade. And it's all tied up.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
52 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Inside, here's Boucher. It's rebounded by Wade. And it's Montreal's ball. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Boucher, he's open. And that time also a missed shot.
Man, coach is going to have a few words with him after that shot.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for.
Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
Yeah, his eyes opened wide. Adebayo knew he had a chance to do something special.
Outside Dick. Boucher outside. The 3 ball. And again, Toronto, no good. To the middle. Here's Adebayo. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Adebayo's got 6.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And stolen by Adebayo. It's not going to go for him. Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. Montreal on top, leading by 6. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And guys, before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen from Montreal?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
So for Toronto right now, Scotty Barnes is out there with Walter. Then there's Bruno Fernando. Then there's Mitchell. And it's Temple in at the shooting guard. Here's Roy. Makes good on the step-back jumper. He has 7.
The defense was certainly a little late in reacting to the step-back.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for Toronto. 8-point game. Pass to Barnes. The 3 is up. Rebound Montreal. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds now. A multiple-time All-Star. What aspect of Adebayo's game stand catches your eye nightly?
Well, Brian, I'd say it's not one thing. He's a very complete player. He can rebound, defend, pass, score. This guy does it all.
And by all accounts, a great teammate as well.
That's exactly right.
6 on the shot clock. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Toronto making a switch here. Barrett's checked in.
R.J. Barrett.
Montreal leading by 8. Pass to Roy. Outside, Hill. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute to play. Roy's shot is good.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And Toronto calls time here.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
Toronto trails by 10. Now Mitchell. No made baskets yet. Here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. Roy's shot is good. Roy's got 11 points. Roy's gone 5 for 5 shooting here tonight. Here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Adebayo, no good. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Walter can't get it to go.
Hard to convert against that kind of defensive pressure.
Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive defense you always want to see on the interior.
Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball.
Into the lineup for the Raptors, Jacob Poeltl, Bruce Brown.
Toronto trails by 8. The 3 from Barnes. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Barnes has got 19 points.
Well, what a half he's had. He has completely warped the shape of this game with his hot shooting.
Pass to Roy. Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball.
That's a careless pass and a wasted possession. That's just unnecessary.
Abaji's checked in for Toronto. Here's Brown. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Who poked away. Pass to Abaji. Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession.
Toronto ball.
The home team on D. Outside Mitchell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the inside. Denied by Adebayo.
Oh, gotta be cautious when Adebayo is in the area. Showing once again that he's a legitimate shot blocking threat. Ooh, just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Pass to Brown. Outside Mitchell. Back to Brown. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Adebayo in the post. He's working on Pirtle. Right side Hill. And it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
And Toronto calls time here. So Toronto going with almost an entirely new group here. Olenek's checked in for Pirtle. Boucher comes in for Barrett. Dick, he's checked in for Brown. And Emmanuel quickly subbed in for Mitchell. And finished off by Boucher.
Flying in with the one-hand slam.
That right there was a statement finish. Here's Wade, guarded by Quickly. And he gets the bucket. Wade's got 6 points.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
There's 49 seconds left in the second. And here's Quickly. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. They trail by 7. And the basket by Boucher.
The coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
Pass to Hill. Tries it from 19, and he knocks the jumper down. He's got 9.
Check out the handles. A spin move like that is how you lose the nearest defender.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Quickly passes to Boucher. No good from outside. Montreal leading by 7. Throws it up high. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo.
Yeah, not a great pass there. You got to be on the same page as your teammates.
We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first half. Outside Dick, and the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
And so it's Montreal closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Getting lots of great looks. Shooting it well. That's why they're up. And don't go far. We'll be right back. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Scotty Barnes with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's been on a tear so far, throwing down some vicious dunks. I was a little worried for the rim in the first half.
Well, as a defense, you can't allow him that much room in the post. That's just asking for trouble.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Montreal leading by 7. Patrick Beverley out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Roy in at the 3. Back to Wade. Pass to Hill. The shot. Hauled in by Brown.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
So for Toronto right now, Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. At the 2 and 3, it's Brown and Barrett. And it's quickly in the point guard. Over to the wing. Here's Roy, defended by Brown. Outside, Hill. Just 5 to shoot. Over Barrett. And there's Hill. That one's good. On the assist from Adebayo. Adebayo's got 4 assists in the game. Toronto trails by 7. Barnes drives in. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Here's Wade, guarded by Quickly. Here's Hill. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Hill's got 13.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
And Toronto calls time here.
noise.
90 seconds into the second half now. To the paint. Sweet little floater. Barnes has got 25 points in the game.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
Pass to Hill. Out to the right wing. Oh, there's the alley. And Adebayo slams it in.
And look how explosive Bam can be. Defenses can't do anything to stop him on the alley-oop.
Now here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
And he brings this game a little closer using a huge one-hand slam.
That's a great way to get your team back into it. And during the first few seasons of Emmanuel Quickley's career, he was seen primarily as a scorer, Greg.
Yes, but recently has blossomed into a more versatile threat. The leap we've seen in his passing has been especially impressive. He's a player to watch out for moving forward.
Montreal shooting their first foul shot of the game. Some changes for Toronto. Fernando's checked in for Pirtle. Abaji comes in for Scotty Barnes. And Mitchell subbed in for Quickly. And the free throw, no good. Toronto trails by 7. Inside, here's Mitchell, and the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Yeah, it was just a little late. I mean, he thought he got there, but the ref saw it otherwise.
And so here's Montreal. Pass to Roy. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Right wing. Here's Hill. And the step-back jumper is good. Hill's got 17.
The scoring is coming easy for him. Got to keep the ball in his hands.
Down low. Here's Abaji. Roy pulls it in.
They conceded the points to him, and he couldn't take advantage. That miss might stick with him.
Wade. Soft touch off the glass. And it's a 9-point Montreal lead.
He gets inside right when he sees the opening. Got to attack when you have that chance.
Mitchell, the pass to Abaji. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Here's Wade. Give him 8. Pass to Roy. Shoots over Brown. And he sinks it again. 7 of 7 from the field now. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Here's Abaji. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. Here's Roy. Oh, he can't miss. 8 for 8 after that shot.
This dude is capable of some memorable moves. He's showing off and having a little fun.
And Toronto calls time here.
And now, your Montreal Mixers.
So Toronto going with almost an entirely new group here. Olenek checked in for Fernando. Boucher comes in for Abaji. Walter, he's checked in for Barrett. And it's Dick in for Brown. Here's Dick. That shot off the mark. Good work defensively by Hill. Montreal leading by 9. Here's Roy. Just outstanding. He hits again, and he's still a perfect 9 for 9.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And again, Toronto, no good.
I'm not sure how he's going to explain that shot later.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
Now here's Dick. Check by Hill. And here's Dick. Clock at 6. Puts up a deep 3. No good that time. And so it's Montreal in a good situation. Up by 13 points to close the quarter. How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. We'll be right back with you shortly. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And so quickly we'll bring it up for Toronto. It's a 13-point game. They've got Bam Adebayo, and it's Hill in at the 2-guard spot. And it's quickly with a miss. And it's Adebayo off the drive, and finished off by Adebayo.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
The three from Barnes. It's hauled in by Hill. Hill's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Wade. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
Quickly, passes to Barnes. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Montreal.
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with down there.
And they've also been in the zone with the mid-range jumper. The defense has given them space, and they haven't hesitated to rise and fire.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Some changes for Toronto. Jakob Poeltl, he's checked in for Olynyk. Barrett comes in for Dick. And it's Brown in for Temple. Second free throw, no good. Montreal leading by 16. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
To the middle. Here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Look, he's doing what he can to try to keep them afloat offensively, continuing to stay aggressive.
Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Pass to Poeltl. Quickly outside. And here's Barnes. 3-pointer. Rebound Montreal. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Hill with it. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball.
The ball goes to Toronto.
Toronto trails by 16. Poeltl up top. The 3 from Barnes. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got rebound number 7 tonight. Here's Wade. Poeltl comes with a double. Here's Wade, guarded by Quickly. Pass to Roy. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Brown. Roy's shot is good. Roy's got 21 points in the game.
He means business. Unlikely to be a comeback on his watch.
Well, this is how you shut the door, right? You keep making good shots and you build the lead.
It's Barnes on the wing. And again, Toronto, no good.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Shots.
refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. He just continued to attack. You have to love it.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
And Toronto calls time here. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game.
It's almost beyond belief what he's done in this game. He's been impossible to cool off, hitting just about everything he looks at. It doesn't matter who's guarding him. He's had an answer for just about everyone.
And you know, this home arena really appreciates this guy. And it's clear that he takes pride in playing his best in front of them. Here's Boucher for three. Rebound Montreal.
Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Toronto trails by 21. Mitchell feeling it out a bit to the inside and finished off by Boucher.
Not the tallest center in the league. He more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
Here's McDaniel. Nails it from three. McDaniel's got himself on the board with a three there.
And he's not taking it easy on them at all. I mean, we all know he's going to keep pouring it on.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Great job setting him up. The timing of the pass was key.
Montreal leading by 20. Fires the three, and Montreal hits again from deep.
Well, he's shooting a high percentage, but not taking enough shots, in my opinion. He needs to be more aggressive on offense.
Fernando grabs the miss. The ball's knocked loose. Fast break, here we go. Here's Wade, and the finish on the break with the slam.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
McDaniel pass to Wade. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on him.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Here's Fernando. Adebayo with the rejection. Here's McDaniel. And Montreal hits again from deep.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Now here's Mitchell.
Montreal.
And so it's Montreal with the W. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offense.
Leisurely way to spend a Saturday afternoon. Kick back and tune in to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And out on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. Got Kristaps Porzingis. James is out there with Jaylen Brown. Then it's Connect. And it's Coleman in at the 4. Down low. Porzingis. Okay, do it, KP.
Check out Porzingis' energy. He's just relentless on both ends of the court.
Hill for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Hill's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
They have a never-give-up attitude.
Yeah, and as a coach, you love having a team like this. They've got zero quit in them.
They're just trying to hold on to this lead, Grant.
And right now, you just can't afford to be careless. Here's my question. Where is the defensive communication?
Well, I can tell you, this kind of defense will drive coaches crazy.
60 ticks off the clock here in the 4th. Let's go with a 3. The shot misses. Here's Brown. And he starts out with a miss in this one. And it's Montreal's ball. Moncrief, the pass to Hill. From downtown, pure from three-point range.
You've got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
About a minute and a half into the 4th now. And here's Brown for 3. Here's James. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Hill for 3. The shot that time not on target. Here's Coleman. Beverly defending. James outside.
2 minutes remaining.
To stop the run. And it's James with the jam.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Or cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
They're really employing a deep-range initiative here in the 4th, and it's working.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding.
Now here's Hill. Nope, 4 for 7 now.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Montreal leading by 4. 4-3, and Montreal hits again from deep.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game.
And it's simple. I mean, when you shoot it like he has, this award is a lock. I mean, up over 60% from the field, that's crazy good. He's given them just about everything he's had today.
I'm telling you, the added pressure of the road really brings out the best in him. You can tell he enjoyed playing so well in front of an unfriendly crowd. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The head coach of the home team had some words for his team over the break. Coach delivered some inspiration for his team. He said, quote, "We're close. We are inches away from it. Do you feel it? I feel it. This is ours if we want it." Back to you, Ryan.
Allie, thank you.
I like the unselfish approach from Brown. Willing to give it up to his open teammates.
Outside, Hill. And Montreal hits again from deep.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Now here's Tucker. There's the three. And Hill hits from deep.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Sends it home from three-point land.
When you get faced up at one end, you want to get it back at the other.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Here's Moncrief. Pass to Beverly. Hill against Porzingis. From behind the arc. Can't hit that one. Oh, it's stolen by Tucker. And so it's Montreal with the W. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. Antoine Jamison out there with Noah. Then it's G.G. Jackson. Then it's Lou Dort. And it's Anunoby in at the shooting guard.
That's a big time throwback, throw down by Joakim Noah. Go to work, man.
Moncrief's shot is off. Dort wide open, and the three ball is good.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
And Moncrief gets it to go. Moncrief's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Noah. Jamison, no luck. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. And Hill has it in the corner. And another three for Montreal.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Pass to Noah. Here's Anunoby. Good, and a nice assist from Noah. Anunoby's got his first 2 points.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Now Montreal moving it up. Beyond the arc. And another three for Montreal.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Now here's Jamison over Beverly. Jamison, no luck. Hill with Dort covering. Three-pointer. And again, Trent Hill. Hill's got the lead up to 8 now for Montreal.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Now here is Moncrief. And there's the call on Lou Dort. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Montreal.
2 shots.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they move the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 9. Moncrief hits them both.
Home team.
A moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Grant Hill.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the head coach of the home team had some words for the team during the break. And how he was very encouraging toward his guys. He said, look, you're working hard out there, but I need you to keep doing that. Crucial point right here. Give me everything you have so you can expect intensity out of this huddle. Guys.
Thank you, David. Shoots the three. It's rebounded by Montreal.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
At the line for 2.
Free throw good, George.
What we know about Lou Dort is this guy is an excellent defender. He's got size, strength, versatility. You can basically throw him at the other team's best offensive weapon night after night.
We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth. On the wing hill, the tray, and another three for Montreal.
3 points.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Jamison.
And phenomenal work in close. Jamison is just so assertive from that area.
Here's Hill. Again, Montreal scores.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over, so you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whoever he's facing. Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
So we see Montreal get the win here. And in the win, a couple... It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And on the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And so off the tip, it's New York. DeBusschere is out there with Ewing. Then it's King. Then there's Frazier. And it's Houston at the two-guard spot. That's the 5 for New York right now. Now here's Porter. After the miss from Walt Frazier. On the wing, Brandon Roy. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Roy's got his first 3 points of the game.
They trust Roy at the arc because he's pretty selective. He takes the shots he believes he can make.
Here's Frazier. Rebounded by Tucker. Outside Roy. For 3. And another 3 from Montreal.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Here's Frazier, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Clearly a foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your home team, Walt Frazier. At the line, 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And Frazier drops them both.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
It's Roy on the wing. And another three for Montreal.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Roy can't hit.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Ewing. Count the basket.
How about the muscle inside from Ewing? Easily getting to wherever he wants to on that low block.
Now the pass to Roy. Releases from 15. Jump shot is good. Roy's got 11 points in the quarter.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Feeds it to Ewing. It's rebounded by Montreal.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Porter looking it over. Fires from deep. Good on the three-point shot. Porter's got the lead up to 8 now for Montreal.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Takes the three. It's rebounded by DeBusschere. Over to the wing. Here's Houston. And that one swishes right in.
And this is where Houston is at his best. So good at just catching and shooting.
For three, Roy. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got his 4th assist in this one.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dish it like this.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Brandon Roy.
This has been a one-man show all the way. He's taken it upon himself to carry the entire weight of their offense. And with all the scoring he's done, I don't know how he's had enough energy to even get back on D.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I was able to listen in on the New York head coach talking to his team. Now, he wants them to stay focused on teamwork out there. He said, let's keep communicating, keep talking. We got to help each other out there. Coach thinks that team effort is what's needed here. Guys?
Thanks, David. Now, here's Roy. Following the shot by Patrick Ewing. Nailed from three-point land.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this win.
Yeah, they can count this one in the win column. It has been a tremendous effort.
Yeah, look, sometimes you just break your opponent's spirit, and I think this has been one of those times.
And another three for Montreal.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And that's what you have to do. Protect the house.
Frazier scanning the floor. So we see Montreal get the win here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. With Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks, on 2K Sports. See you next time. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline.
Here we go.
On the court right now for Montreal, they've got P.J. Tucker. Porter is out there with Roy. Then it's Alexis Ajinça, and it's Beverly in at the 4 slot. Out of bounds, Montreal takes possession.
Ball goes to Montreal.
And so it's Montreal now. And here's Montreal. Porter dishes to Ajinça. Outside Porter. Six on the shot clock. There's the 3. Good on the triple.
Kevin Porter.
Porter's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And drawing first blood, you know coach likes that momentum out of the gate.
Well, for us, it'll be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
Now, here's George. And that one's off. He misses his first shot of the game. Here's Ajinça. Chalk up 2 there.
I feel like Patrick Beverly has incredible awareness for every second that he plays on the floor. Spots the wide open man, gets it to him.
Porter against Adams. Here's Koulibaly. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Roy from outside hits the three-point bomb.
They trust Roy at the arc because he's pretty selective. He takes the shots he believes he can make.
To the inside, O'Neal. And the dunk by O'Neal.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. George looking over the floor. Oh, that's blocked.
Tucker just reading that and timing it perfectly.
Outside Roy. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Down low. Here's Koulibaly. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Roy from outside. Drills it from outside. Roy's got the lead up to 10 now for Montreal.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Brandon Roy.
And he's grabbed this game with both hands and just never let it go. I mean, he scored a huge percentage of their points. He hadn't been the main guy for him. He's been the only guy for them.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the head coach of the home team had some words for the team during the break. They were asking the team to play faster, push the ball. Coach told their players, hey, look, in this league, fast break points are the easiest. We need more of them. Can't argue with that. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. And so Adams nails both of them. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. For three, Roy. Robinson pulls it in.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And Koulibaly gets it to go.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
From downtown, gets the three-pointer to fall. Roy's got 12 points in just the second half.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
It's good from long range.
3 points.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Now, here's George. Here's O'Neal. Pass to Koulibaly. Offline with his three.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game. There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Off target from the wing.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
So we see Montreal get the win.
Thank you to everyone for coming out and supporting your team. Please get home safely.
Get ready for the NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for spending your Saturday afternoon with us. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. On the court right now for Montreal, Patrick Beverley out there with P.J. Tucker, and it's Porter in at the point guard position. And a foul called on the way up, so he'll take two from the free throw line.
So close on the finish. I mean, it could have been a three-point opportunity.
And he makes the first.
Taking 2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Two-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
Pass to Young, beyond the arc. Rebound Montreal. Outside Porter. Here's Roy. Puts up a three. Offensive rebound. The three.
A sloppy turnover. When you're not locked in, pay the price.
And here's Booker. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes.
I'm not sure what he was thinking exactly, but he finds a way to convert.
To the middle. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
All night long, the defensive intensity just hasn't been there. They got to figure it out.
Good question. So far, these teams just seem content to shoot it out down the stretch.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Porter's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Now George. Here's Roy. Cash assisting on the play with Porter. Roy's got 7 now in this quarter.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
And that one's good. Young.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there. What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. They swipe it.
Terrific anticipation by him, and that's why he's out on the court.
Lets the three fly, and Montreal hits again from deep. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Montreal.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
Off the mark there with a three.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Booker, the pass to Vucevic, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game.
Just a dominant force for them on the offensive end tonight. I mean, stepping up big when his team needed, being able to gather a big share of their points. It's safe to say this game would have been a rough one for them without him in the mix.
Wow, did this game really turn out to be his show? A commanding performance like that makes for a sweet victory, especially on the road. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The head coach of the home team had some words for his team over the break. Coach telling their players, let's play with urgency. This is the game. I know we'll win if we play hard. Let's see how the team responds.
And Allie, thanks. Takes the three, and Montreal hits again from deep.
The way they dominated, they earned the dub tonight.
And they just went out and executed. Give credit to the coaching staff. They have to be thrilled with their level of play.
There's 57 seconds left in the fourth. Knocks down the long J.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Banked it in off the glass.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Now here's Vucevic. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's on Patrick Beverly.
Well, Nikola Vucevic is a capable back-to-the-basket scorer, and he plays with tremendous confidence, guys.
And so Vucevic nails both of them. And so here's Montreal. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Fires for three. And Montreal hits again from deep.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team, productive and efficient.
And Montreal hits again from deep.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Ooh, too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation.
At the line for one, Devin Booker.
And he shows the focus there, nails the tee. And so it's Montreal with the W. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory. They controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill.
Welcome, basketball fans. It's Saturday afternoon, and you're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. Here are the 5 for the Raptors. In at the forward spots, we'll see Barrett and Barnes. On out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Pirtle in at the center position. And for Montreal, they've got Hill. Patrick Beverley out there with Brandon Roy. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Adebayo in at the 5 down low. The Raptors off the tip. Barrett against Roy. Passes it to Pirtle. Inside. Barnes can't get it to go. And here's Montreal. And it's Wade in the corner. Roy dishes to Wade. Wade double team. Outside for Roy. Shot clock at 6. And the layup falls.
Yeah, never shy about mixing it up inside. Roy, a great finish.
And Barrett has got the ball here for the Raptors. Nobody near Barnes. On the 3 off target. The 2022 Rookie of the Year, Scotty Barnes, GA. He had a terrific rookie year, as we know. His second year may have fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, it was a bit stagnant for Scotty, but man, he had a monster third year, making his first All-Star game. The playmaking of Barnes especially took a leap. And this is where this kid feasts. Give Bam the ball inside, and he'll take care of the rest.
That's a 2 from Barnes. Barnes with another miss. Hill looking around. It's Roy on the wing. Barrett covering. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
And you have to appreciate the work ethic that Roy has. A true gym rat. And this guy just wants to get back.
Montreal is shooting their first free throws of this game. The first one falls. And both free throws good for Roy.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
On the wing, Barnes. Drills the three-pointer.
This is a huge part of Scotty Barnes' development. Can he knock down the long ball?
Wade against quickly. Wade kicks to Hill. On the wing, Brandon Roy. The 3-ball. Sinks the three-pointer. Roy's got 7.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now, here's Barrett. And here's Barnes for 3. Grant Hill grabs the miss.
Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
To the paint. And Adebayo throws it down.
Perfect timing on that alley-oop. Adebayo has a real connection with his teammates.
Wade against quickly. Here's Barnes, and the dunk by Barnes.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Adebayo with the bucket.
And love the pass from Hill right there. A true team player.
Toronto trails by 8. So timeout called here. The first for Toronto.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
It's a completely new group for Toronto. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. And the dunk by Boucher.
He's got a nose for the basketball and a high level of activity around the rim. Go ahead and finish, Mr. Boucher.
To the inside. And Adebayo with the basket on the assist by Roy. Adebayo's got 8 points.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And that one drops for him.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Olynyk trying to break loose. And the dunk by Boucher.
In so many different ways, Dick gets the ball to his teammates, always on time and on target.
Wade passes to Hill. 56 seconds left in the first quarter. Clock at 6. From deep three-point territory. They get it again. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And you can tell Adebayo is going to be a force in this league for a long time.
Here's Mitchell. Pass to Boucher from outside the arc. It's rebounded by Montreal. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Boy with the bucket.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Here's Dick. He's guarded by Hill. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
First personal. When a pick like that is questionable, it creates that much of an advantage for the offense. You have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Lead from outside, and that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Montreal up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Montreal.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Montreal leading by 12. Wade out there with Hill. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Roy in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Wade. No good from Roy.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
And for the Raptors, you got Scotty Barnes. Emmanuel quickly out there with Garrett Temple. Then it's Walter. And it's Fernando in at the center, locking down the middle. R.J. Barrett's checked in for the Raptors. Brown comes in for Garrett Temple. And Barrett has got the ball here for Toronto. A 12-point game. On the wing, Barnes. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Montreal now. Some nice passing by Montreal here. And Adebayo throws it down.
Man, terrific to see Adebayo putting up big numbers. He's continuing to grow as a scorer.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Jakob Poeltl's checked in for the Raptors. Montreal leading by 14. The pass to Hill. Pass to Wade. Clock at 4. And it's good. The time running down on the shot clock. Wade's got his first basket.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Toronto calls timeout. And you look at Adebayo. What a contribution.
And he's been taking it to the rack all game, and they haven't been able to contain him. They have to put up better fight on the inside.
Making a change here. Hicks checked in. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Got that bucket in no time at all. Barnes has got 8 points.
Well, those three-point opportunities from the corner, those are shots that teams encourage. Scotty Barnes, no hesitation.
Hey, Doris, how has Scotty Barnes advanced his game since being named Rookie of the Year back in 2022?
Well, all the physical skills are there for him. Tremendous athlete, cross-positional defensively. I think what happens for young players is they start to read the progressions of the game more quickly. Now you can put the ball in his hands, let him be a decision maker. This guy is a stat stuffer.
Now here's Beverly. Nothing on the board. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Chris Boucher's checked in for Scotty Barnes. Toronto trails by 15. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Now, here's Adebayo. 14 points for him, and it's good for 2.
And love the rise and fire approach from Wade, giving the D no time to react.
Quickly kicks to Pirtle. To the middle, here's Boucher, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Boucher's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
The Raptors making a switch here.
Kelly Olynyk, Ochai Agbaji, Davion Mitchell.
Toronto trails by 13. 1:49 left to play here in the half. Boucher's shot is off. And here's Montreal. At one point, they led by 16. Here's Hill. And Adebayo throws it down hard.
Oh, the strength of Adebayo is impressive and sometimes overwhelming for the defense.
Passes it to Agbaji. There's the dish to Olynyk. And Adebayo sends it back. And now in transition, it's Roy. Here we go. The basket good off the assist from Wade.
The assist by Dwayne Wade.
Wade's got 4 assists in the game.
A crazy athlete. Roy excels in the open floor.
Now, here's Mitchell. Scoreless thus far. And the Raptors miss again. Outside Roy. And then Roy with the dunk.
And just showing off for the crowd a little bit there. Roy enjoys putting on a show.
Now Mitchell. No one near Boucher as he lets it go. And it's off from three-point range. Hill passes to Wade. Here's Adebayo. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Adebayo's got 8 here in the quarter.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Boucher's shot is off.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
And Wade slams it in.
The bounce is real from Wade. Wow.
Jake with it. Will it go? And the last shot of the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Guys, Bam Adebayo getting it done for Montreal. With the points he racked up that quarter, he has broken his season-high scoring mark already. Back to the action in just a minute. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Bam Adebayo in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
His power is unbelievable. An intimidating force when he's at his best.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Patrick Beverley out there with Brandon Roy. That's Hill. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Adebayo in at the 5 spot. And the shot is good. Hill's got the first bucket of the third here for Montreal.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And, boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And for the Raptors, Brown is in the shooting guard spot with Barrett at small forward. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. And it's quickly in at the point guard position. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Raptors. Doris, something R.J. Barrett can do well is put stress on that defense with his three-point shooting.
Well, he's a little bit of a streaky shooter, Kevin, but it never affects his confidence. This guy just keeps coming at you and keeps believing in himself. Historically, his shooting gets better over the course of a season.
Now Hill, following the three-point attempt by Scotty Barnes. And it goes down 2 points. And that's 15 points for Brandon Roy.
He just makes scoring look so effortless. It's why you love watching Roy play the game.
And the Raptors call time here.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
Barrett against Roy. Barrett kicks to Barnes. And again, Toronto no up. And so it's Montreal now. Here's Adebayo. The shot's good. Roy making the play. Roy's got 4 assists in the game.
And that was just a case of Bam wanting it more, figuring out a way to convert.
And that one's good, Barnes.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him, but again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Toronto. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Quickly. It's rebounded by Montreal. Adebayo's got his 6th rebound on the night. Down low, here's Wade. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Love the concentration from Wade. Totally committed to finding a high percentage shot.
Here's Barnes. Uses the glass to finish the lane. Barnes has got 15.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Pass to Adebayo. A beautiful reverse layup.
I like watching Adebayo operate inside. He is so efficient down low.
And there's the pass to Fernando. Back to Quickly. Driving the lane. It's rebounded by Montreal. Wade's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Adebayo. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Defensive foul. And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
The Raptors making a switch here. Abaji's checked in. Walter comes in for Barrett. Garrett Temple has checked in for Brown. And Davion Mitchell's subbed in for Quickly. Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard, and now arguably a top 25 player.
And so it's Montreal now to the left side wing. Here's Adebayo. No good. Mitchell against Wade. Mitchell passes to Fernando. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
Raptors ball.
And Toronto making a change. Olynyk's checked in.
Olynyk.
.129 left here in the third quarter. Mitchell passes to Olynyk. Wade against Mitchell. Can't hit from in close. And so it's Wade. He'll bring it up for Montreal. And Hill throws it down.
An all-around talent. Wade is outstanding at involving his guys.
Pass to Abaji from deep. And the Raptors miss again. Outside Roy. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 5 assists in the game.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul.
Some changes for Toronto. Chris Boucher is checked in for Olynyk, and Grady Dick subbed in for Garrett Temple.
Grady Dick.
This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Roy gets the bucket.
I tell you, he's making everything he looks at tonight. He should be their #1 option on every possession.
To the paint, here's Abaji. Great pass to set up the layup.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Roy. Here's Wade. Lays it up and banks it in. Wade's got 12 points in the game.
And slide dribble move by Wade, doing just enough to shake off his defender.
Here's Dick. Over Hill. And the miss. And so it's Montreal sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We come back right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Roy. Patrick Beverly out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Hill, and it's Wade in at the 1 spot.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
And so it's Montreal now, after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Garrett Temple is checked in for Dick.
Garrett Temple.
And the Raptors with the ball. Here's Temple. Count it. Good.
Garrett Temple.
Temple's got his first bucket in this one. Smart accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
And Wade slams it in.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Boucher, and the dunk by Boucher.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Outside Roy. That one good for 2. Roy's got 21.
Well, this is what you're trying to do put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Here's Walter. Shots good by Boucher.
And for Boucher, to me, it's about taking his time inside. When he does that, he's very effective.
Passes it to Hill. Inside. And Adebayo gets it to go on the assist by Hill. He's got 27.
And no surprise here, right? This guy is not only a gifted player, but he is so smart on the offensive end.
To the inside. Boucher's shot is off. And so it's Montreal now. Here's Wade. Count it. And he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
And wouldn't be surprised if we see games like this from Wade for years to come.
And Temple kicks to Boucher. And the dunk by Boucher.
Assist from
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Outside Roy. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
the assist by Dwayne Wade.
Wade's got his 9th assist in the game now. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Toronto. Driving to the basket. And he makes good on the layup.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
Pass to Roy. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Wade feeling it out a bit. Shot clock at 5. Over Mitchell. They get it back. Adebayo on the follow.
And this is the level of intensity Adebayo brings. He's terrific at channeling that energy on the offensive glass.
Now, here's Boucher.
Chris Boucher.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like a Greg for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. Outside Roy. There's the pass to Adebayo. We've got 1:28 left to play here in the fourth. Shoots. Buries the jump shot. Adebayo's got 13 points in the second half.
You know, they barely needed other contributions. This lead has been built through his offense.
Pass to Boucher. And the dunk by Boucher.
Right now, Chris Boucher has got his rhythm, and he's cooking offensively. If you're his teammate, get him the basketball.
Wade dishes to Roy. Wade against Mitchell. And the basket by Wade.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
And the dunk by Boucher.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
Temple the pass to Mitchell. To the paint. It's stolen by Hill. To the middle. Here's Wade. Good. The assist goes to Hill.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Inside. Boucher. And the dunk by Boucher.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level. And you can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Pass to Hill. Now here's Wade. So we see Montreal get the win here. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K.